Welcome back to Fox 43 Morning News at 5:30. And with the last few minutes, we now have a projected winner for the White House in the United States here. It is Donald Trump with now 277 electoral votes. The number, of course, that magic number is 270. The Associated Press within the last few minutes here just calling Wisconsin for Vice President or the former President Donald Trump. That puts him across the finish line over Vice President Kamala Harris in this race. Let's take a look, though, at how he did it. Earlier in the night, we called, there are 7 real swing states here: North Carolina, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. And all of the numbers are showing at this point that this was a bit of a landslide victory in the Trump camp's favor. He is winning the popular vote by a significant margin right now. Once Pennsylvania went to the former president, it looked to be maybe more of a lock that he would win based upon the states that were left to tally. But this was the final nail in the coffin for the Harris campaign, that obviously within the last 100 days or so, she was thrust in that position after President Biden dropped out of the race and she took his place. Let's go back to 2020. Watch all these states in yellow here. They are red right now, and they may, at the end of the night, go red. The ones that are kind of in this pink shade have yet to be called, but if it remains that way, they're all going to go red. Take a look at the way it looked in 2020. Boom. All blue. Blue in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. All of these states went for President Biden in 2020, and Trump, we'll go back to today's results, yesterday's results into today, has been able to flip all of them. It'll be interesting to see what exit polling shows and what kind of led to this change, whether it was the length of the campaign, the switch to a different candidate, or the economy and how that played into and factored into this decision that America has now made to reelect former President Donald Trump, making him just the second president to win an election, take the White House, lose an election, and then return to the White House in a separate term, the first being Grover Cleveland in the late 1800s. Let's go to Pennsylvania for just a second, the state map, and this is what really led to his victory. A big reason that Donald Trump will be your next president, or is projected to be the next president. This margin in Pennsylvania, 165,000. He was able to perform well with voters across the state, especially in rural areas. He made up enough votes in those heavily populated areas like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, where he was outperformed by President Biden in 2020. And now, according to the Associated Press, Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States.